It was something too that Harrison said too, that you know when men just want to do everything for their woman or something along the lines, and then they say things like this isn't what I wanted, or something like that along those lines. I don't want to like misquote what you were saying, but it was in general terms, and along the lines of he gave her everything that he thought that she wanted, right? And I think a lot of times when you are not developing intimacy and really trying to know your partner, a lot of time, which that takes a lot of emotional work that men don't typically like doing. They have a tendency to provide the things that they want for you, not necessarily the things that you feel that you want from them or need. And and then
Can
and
you
then
give an example so the man can understand what you're talking about?
it gets a little sticky because for the woman, it's not that you don't appreciate the gesture. It just was like what Harrison said. It came from a place of, even though you're trying to show that you love me, it came from a place of what you wanted me to have, not necessarily what I was asking from you. So I remember that red table talk, when she was kind of talking about that. And even for me, I remember, I think I had told y'all about this story before, like, and this was years ago. My husband used to get me flowers, and that was all he would normally get over. And so one day I had said to him, I was like, I can't remember what the conversation was, but I was like, I just feel like this was a thoughtless gift, right? And not meaning that he didn't think about me when he got it, but thoughtless in the fact that this was just routine, right, for you. And I didn't necessarily feel like he took me into consideration in what he did, because he didn't even have to spend money to give me what I needed. And so he took offense to that, which I can understand, but I knew where I was coming from. It wasn't that I didn't appreciate it, it was just that you didn't take the time to listen to what I said that I needed or that I wanted, and you went and did something else. And he was like, you ain't got to ever worry about, I won't ever buy you no flowers again, period. And he had stuck to that for years. Like when I say years, like y'all men, y'all are stubborn, like a bull. But like for years, he never got me flowers anymore. And and then when he finally did, which was like a few years ago, like I would tell you though, I was like,
You
oh
appreciate
my
it.
goodness,
Bet.
so much for
That's what your ungrateful butt get.
So, but here's the thing, right? I think sometimes as women, we forget how to talk to men as men, right? Because mistaken, I don't know if you noticed, but the moment you said what you said to your husband, I watched all four of these gentlemen cringe, all four of them simultaneously at the same time.
you did,
Sometimes,
you did too.
oh, yeah. So sometimes when we're expressing things as women, it can so easily sound like criticism towards a man. And it gives us the very opposite thing of what we're looking for. And that's why it's so important for women to learn how to talk to a man. Because if you said, I love these flowers, you know what? I appreciate your gift so much. I would love to see a little bit of variety. I promise you, you would have gotten flowers and some, right? But it's just the phrasing of it that is so off putting to some men. And the other thing, too, is like men don't like to be told what to do, right? A gentle suggestion will probably take you farther than telling him, right? Hey, I think this would be nice. I could like this, right? Those gentle touches make such a difference when you're talking to a man. It seems silly because as women we don't talk to each other like that, but you are not just talking to a man, you're talking to your man, and that deserves a certain level of care.
Now
Listen,
this
can
is
I piggyback off of that for a
go
second?
ahead. Hmm.
Listen, I was explaining to
Yeah,
somebody.
jump all the trampoline off that shit. Don't piggyback
Yo,
off.
listen. I don't think women really know how easy it is for you to manipulate and control men. Like you literally
Jada
get the
does.
man. Well, I don't know. I don't even want to talk about her. We waste way too much energy on this woman. But like, I don't think women really understand how simple it is to get a man to move a mountain for you. Like the way that you package the things that you want him to do does all of the physical lifting that you need to do. Like just the care and the consideration and the caressing of his mind with your words. I'm telling you, man, it is a certified game changer. And it's just like, y'all women be so smart. But like the simple stuff that men want from y'all, as far as how you talk to him, y'all be looking at us like, what are you talking about? And like, it's just like, I don't, if more women understood how simple it is to be able to encourage this man to even do more for you in the simple way that you can do it, like it's boy, I think more men will be more excited about marriage, about relationships, about family if they had a woman that when they talk to them, they just was like, "Ah, I just like hearing you talk. And when you talk to me, I feel like I want to do something about what you care about." Like, I think that would be a game changer for a lot of men if when they talk to this woman, like they felt like he could conquer the world.
Now, let me just say this. So also one of the things too, which we have spoke about a lot of times too, about leadership, right? And with leadership is providing the example, right? So all of this is I guess at that time, because it was in our early 20s, that it's about providing an example. So he made me feel comfortable enough that I can talk like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the way that he expressed. I remember I bought him some shoes that I thought were nice, right? And I'm like, oh, let me get these for my boo. And he was like, I don't like these. That I mean,
So
just that blunt. Like I don't like these. And it hurt my feelings. Like,
Listen, y'all don't know Tay.
and he's like, I was like, those are really nice. I wanted to get you something different that you normally don't get, but these are hot. Like, he's like, nah. And so he wouldn't wear them. Like they sat in the closet for years, right, before he ever wore them. But in terms of expressing what you like and don't like, he is very blunt and direct about those things, right? And so for me, he modeled that. So I didn't think anything was wrong with me being upfront and honest with him about what I needed or what I wanted.
do
But
y'all remember when I said
learning how to, I guess, frame your words, and it takes practice. You're gonna have to learn. But like the way we communicated was the way I communicated with him was a mirror to how he communicated with me. And I
right,
had, as I got older, I realized that for him, I guess he didn't really know how the way he say things came off. And I was on the receiving end of that. But then
yeah,
when I mirrored that same behavior in the way that he spoke, he felt it. And so
yeah.
now, it took some years for me to learn that and develop. But yeah, I didn't know that I was hurting his feelings. I was just really being honest, like he usually honest with me.